Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's my country. It's my country. Yeah, that's my religion too. Yeah, that's my job, bro. Yeah, it's my job. That's me. Yeah, that's me too. Yeah. Me. Yeah, man, that's my. Me. 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 Don't worry, Ayush is here. So, labels. I feel as though labels can limit our reality, our collective consciousness, because they narrow our perceptions, especially when we identify too passionately with these labels. See, think of labels as what they really are. You go to a market, store, anywhere, they're really just a laminated piece of paper with the name of an object or service, and you could peel it off at any time. You see? It's there for a common language, to just make something appear more clear. Because even without the label, you can still understand what it actually is. You see, I feel like a lot of us, we limit ourselves. And we don't have to. You know, we say we're from this country, we're part of that religion, we do this job, this occupation, this our race. But doing that, and it does have its own benefits. You know, as I said, the common language, universalness, in a way, it connects us through the labels. It brings clarity. It brings this force of connectivity. The grouping. We say we're this and we're that. It's easier to group us. And through groups, it's easier to form the connection or the family. However, when we identify in groups through these labels, yes, we're causing the universalness, the unity. But when we do the unity in groups, for the big picture, we're also segregating. So there's unification and also segregation. You see? Even me, when I was younger, people would ask, people ask all the time, where are you from? And I would say Nepal, because that's where I'm from, my ethnicity. But as I got older, I started thinking, I realized, am I really from there? Is that really my country? Because I looked at the big picture, I was like, we're all really from the world. The world. And so when people come to me and ask me, hey, where are you from? I actually tell them, I'm from the world. And then for a second, they're just like, what? And then I said again, I'm from the world. then they smirked, they laughed. Okay. Where are you actually from? And then I say, again, I'm from the world. But then I'm like, okay, forget it. I'm from the world, but if you want to be specific, I'm from Nepal. And they're like, oh, okay, why didn't you just tell me that? And you see? So even when I explain it, it's like, I gotta do all a couple times. I gotta give a couple takes, and then finally, I say I'm from this specific, but, you know. And even the job thing. When people ask people, what do you do? What do you do for a living? A lot of people, they give out the answer of their occupation, their job. Hey, what do you do? Yeah, I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. Yeah, I do IT. I'm an artist. Yeah. People ask me that, I'm gonna say, I live. It's crazy though. Why does that pop in our minds? The first thing, when people ask, what do you do? It's occupation. I think it's kind of funny that we've been so conditioned to think that what we actually do is our work. It's like our work, our occupation took over us. You see, and it all starts with our first label, our names, and then our gender, our sex, our gender, and then it builds on and on to our work, where we identify so much with our work. But you see, I feel like what these labels really are is that they are specific things, or you could even say characters, that we are acting out for a specific time, for a specific period, for a specific outcome. And that outcome, that outcome could vary. It could be to just fit in, to please others, to have a sense of security, safety, knowing that there are other people like you in that label that identify just like you. So when there are the masses, a bunch of people in that same category, you won't feel isolated. You feel like you'll have a home. And I understand this clearly too. This is why labels have been so successful. Because not a lot of people like to be alone. The security, the safety, the familiarity comes with these labels. However, they do limit us. Because what a lot of us don't really realize is that we can choose our identities, our labels. We do have the freedom. We can choose one thing, multiple things, or nothing. So I'm thinking, why not be limitless? Why just have to adhere to one or a couple things when you can actually be everything or nothing? Because we do have this freedom. We place ourselves in these labels as much as society places us in them. It starts with us first. And when we identify with our labels so passionately, we don't tend to look outside of them. We try to salvage our labels, try to defend our labels, because we have become so passionately identified with them. This passion can be dangerous. This is why I feel like a bunch of wars, much of the wars and hatred and violence have started with this passionate attachment to these labels due to the fear of being alone. or the fear of being different. You see? And these labels limit us to our senses only. We're limiting our potential for perspective. You know, we're really basing it on how we look, how we taste, how we touch, how we smell, how we hear. So with that, y'all, let's try to open up a bit. You don't have to eradicate your labels completely, but just being aware of them, being aware that they are just the name on the jar, the product, the service, for mainly a universal common language, familiarity, specificity, safety. Just as, you know, you read the nutrition labels, you know, how much fat, protein, cholesterol, whatnot. It's there. But you could peel it out at any moment. And you may still consume that food. Or use that service, that product. So with that, y'all, let's not take these labels too seriously. Let's not get so attached to them. Because they really are nothing but really just words. So with that, hello, VC's daddy, your own Ayush, and as always, remember, just live! And also, remember to coexist. I'll put the links for my socials down below at the Ayush Way and Bush Gains. So stay tuned every week for weekly videos. Couple times a week or even weekly. And so with that, I already said all that. You can agree, disagree, or not even give agree. It's up to you. You can comment your thoughts down below. Even give me suggestions. You can even message me. So with that,